If you feel like you don't have any margin, you just might be able to buy yourself some free time. Let's talk. The first time I heard the expression time is money, it was used to convey a sense of urgency. You gotta hustle. The early bird gets the worm. Then I remember hearing it used almost exclusively in the context of the time value of money. The earlier you start investing, the more contributions you make, the more time those contributions are going to have to grow, the more you're going to end up with at the end. A few years ago, I started to hear it differently. Time and money are interchangeable. One can be converted into the other. At various times in our life, we may have an abundance of one and the other is stretched pretty thin. I've been in both places. Each has its constraints. Each has its advantages. We tend to think of time as a continuously renewable resource, but it's not. No matter how much money we have, we only have 168 hours in the week. If you're feeling pressed for time, you might be able to buy yourself some margin, and it may not cost as much as you think. A couple years ago, I was watching Hulu, and I decided to take some notes. In a 1-hour episode of TV that I was watching, there were 6 ad breaks. Each ad break was 75 seconds long. It's probably gone up since. That's 7.5 minutes of ads per episode. If you watch 4 episodes a month, that's one a week, then that right there, that's half an hour of ads that you have to sit through every month. And at the time, I was watching 4 shows like this. So that's half an hour of ads that I don't want to see every month. Was it worth it to switch from the ad-supported tier to the ad-free tier for just $4 a month? We definitely thought so. Another example that I like to use. Don't drive too far out of your way just to get the cheapest gas in town. Yes, Costco's gas is 30, 40 cents a gallon cheaper than anywhere else, but you're only getting, 10, 12 gallons tops? By the time you drive across town, wait in line, and drive back, you've just spent 45 minutes to save $3, 4, possibly less. Now, if you're going to Costco anyway, by all means, take advantage of the gas prices. I love Costco. I also drive an EV now. Why doesn't Costco have EV chargers? That would be amazing. Someone get on that. We were at a backyard barbecue once, and one of our friends, mother of 4, was singing the praises of Safeway's grocery delivery service. This was back when grocery delivery services were new. They were very novel. Nobody else had tried them yet. She absolutely loved it. Her kids went down for a nap. She got online, click, 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 and an hour or two later, somebody brought all of her groceries to her. She didn't have to get all the kids in the car with all of their shoes and drag them around the store with all the stress and hassle that brought. She was perfectly happy to spend $5, $10, $20 per trip to let somebody else bring her groceries to her. There are plenty of times now where we use food delivery services because we want somebody else to do the cooking, but we don't want to go out and go to a restaurant. It's much more convenient. Yes, you spend a few dollars for that convenience, but you get to spend more time doing something else and still enjoy the food. Another example. A few years ago, we had a fraudulent charge on one of our cards, just 99 cents at the iTunes store. It was the perfect test charge to make sure that the credit card number actually worked. Most people would overlook it. They'd never even notice. I use YNAB. I noticed. When I called up to cancel the card and have a new one issued, the customer service agent asked me if I wanted to file a dispute for the charge. And I told him no, that was fine. I mean, he was a little confused. Most people do. But how much was the charge? It's 99 cents. And he kind of chuckled and agreed with me, like, yeah, I wouldn't do it for that either. The amount of time that you spend on the phone trying to get that refund was just $1. It wasn't worth it. I was happy to say goodbye to that $1 and do something else for that 15 or 20 minutes that I would have spent on the phone. Time and money are interchangeable. Whichever one we feel more constrained on, we will go out of our way to try to preserve that resource, whether it's time or money. But you've got to find a balance between the two so that you can still spend your time, which is the more constrained resource, on the things that need it. There's an old adage, any problem that can be solved by throwing money at it is not really a problem. You get a flat tire, you crack the screen on your phone, you lose your wallet even. Those are inconveniences. They're not problems. A loved one fighting cancer, a friend dealing with depression, or a troubled teenager. Those are problems. Those need fixed with time, love, and attention. But money? Money is a tool. Let it free up your time and attention so that you can spend them where you need to spend them the most. Thanks for watching. I'm Colter Reed. I'm here to help you get the day-to-day out of the way so you can stop chasing the dream and start living the dream. If you want to know more, click subscribe, come along for the journey. If you thought this video was helpful, why don't you like it or share it with someone directly? Help someone else discover it. Or just go sign up for the ad-free tier on something. Even YouTube. It's a much different viewing experience when you don't have ads constantly fighting for your attention. Now, I always feel like I have to qualify that 168 figure because of daylight savings time, but on average, over the course of a year, you have 168 hours in a week. If you're feeling like time and money are interchangeable, economists call this fungibility. Whichever direction you make this trade-off, you've got to be intentional about it and make sure that you're spending your time. Spending time. Bring it back. I thought we were going home.
You said turn left on Sans Moss.
I'm reading the script now.